One of my viewers requested that I do a winter wash and go video, and I realized that I've never done a video like that for this channel. So I am going to show you how I wash and style my hair for the colder winter months so that I don't walk out of the house with a wet head of hair and catch a cold. And if you'd like to see how I do this, just keep watching. Hey girlfriends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rochelle and this is DiscoCurlstv. If you're new here, welcome. My channel provides tips on how to care for your fine curly hair so that you feel empowered and supported to be the best version of yourself. I post weekly on Sundays and would love to have you subscribe and join my community here because I do curly hair tutorials, I do product reviews, DIYs, pregnancy and postpartum hair chat, and much more. So before I start this video, I just want to say that you can do this method at any time in the year. But I know this works really good during the colder months because I do some different techniques and use some devices that will really help with the dryness and helping your hair dry faster before you walk out of the house. Okay, so I'm going to do a deep conditioner prior to getting in the shower. I always like to get my hair a little bit wet before I do that. So right now it's only like 3-day-old hair, so it's not super bad. It's actually like 2.5 days, I don't know. So I'm just going to use my spray bottle with water and spray down my ends, especially in a lot of the front here, because I just like to add conditioner. And if I'm using oils, which I am going to use a little bit of oil today for my deep conditioner, I just like it to be a little wet first so I don't seal in the dryness. So now I'm going to start sectioning off my hair just to make it a little bit easier to apply this mask. I like to start from the back and work my way up. So that's a good large section in the back. I'm going to twist this away, kind of just roll it into a bun. And this is still feeling kind of dry, so I'm going to add some more water. You can always take a shower first and wash your hair with shampoo. It's really whatever you want to do. Especially when I'm filming, this is a lot easier for me than bringing the camera into the shower with me, which I will not be doing today because I am super pregnant and it feels like a hazard. So now I'm going to add a combination of my hair mask, which is, today I'm going to use the Hydrating hair mask from Innersense. And I'm also going to use a little bit of Now Solutions Sweet Almond Oil. I'm just going to mix the both of them. I don't have a lot of this left, so I'm just going to use what I can from here. If I run out, which is fine, I'm also going to use the Hydrating Cream Hair Bath from Innersense. The reason why I'm not super concerned about how much conditioner I have left, the deep conditioner, is because I'm going to use my Q-Redew and really steam my hair and give it a really nice treatment with these 3 items. I actually might start with the cream conditioner, so it doesn't have to be a lot. Some of that, why not? And a few drops of this sweet almond oil. That's good. And then I'm just going to apply this to the damp hair. Really focus this on the ends because the ends always seem to look the most raggedy and I want them to be looking very restored. I haven't had a haircut in a really long time, so I haven't had a professional haircut in like a year. It's really like a long time for me. Okay, so now that that's on, I'm going to use my Q-Redew, and it's already been plugged in, so it's ready to go. The red light's on. I have tons of videos on using the Q-Redew, so I will link those here in the description box, as well as placing a card within this video for you to click on if you want to watch those videos. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this, but I will just be showing you that I am using it. And I just start by pressing this little button and waiting for the steam to kind of come out, so it's ready to go. I especially like using the Q-Redew during the winter months because it really gives your hair that extra treatment that your hair needs when the months get colder. I mean, I'm here in LA and it's really not that cold, but when I do travel for the holidays typically, or if if I'm in the colder weather, like if I'm out of town, I do find that this is extremely helpful when you're adjusting to those temperatures and those climates. Okay, so my hair is untangled really easy to work my fingers through, and I'm going to clip this bottom half away. It's funny how you can see how thin my hair gets once it's wet. Okay, so let me just twist and clip this. Okay, so now I'm going to repeat what I just did up here. Okay, so I just finished using the Q-Redew on my last section. I'm just finger combing really quick, and I'm going to twist this up and clip it away, and then place a plastic bag on my head, leave it on for, I don't know, 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes or so. And actually, one last thing I'm going to do is use the Q-Redew one more time over these little sections, just to add that last blast of steam and kind of just give it that little boost of hydration. So I just like to hold it here, let the steam kind of marinate in there. And then I use my plastic bag. And because I go to Target like once a week, I have so many of these Target bags, I'm just going to use this. It's usually big enough to get the whole head, even if your head is bigger than mine. There we go. Ooh, girl, looking good. All right, so I'm going to leave this on for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then I'm going to get in the shower, and I'm going to follow up using the Innersense Hydrating Cream Hair Bath and Cream Conditioner. I already have the conditioner working its magic right now, but I do like to use the hair bath mainly on my scalp just to kind of remove some of the excess oil. And I want the oil to kind of stay on the ends a little bit, so I'm not so concerned if the hair bath or the shampoo, whatever you want to call it, removes all that excess oil, because this is for the winter. So I'm going to do that, and then maybe just use a little bit more of the conditioner on my ends only, rinse it out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I just finished washing my hair. Like I said, I was in the shower. I used the shampoo mainly right up here on my scalp because I do have the fine low density curls, and I find that having anything super heavy up there will just weigh it down and make it look really scalpy. So I just try to focus the shampoo up here. And then after I rinse that out, I just use the conditioner on my ends and rinse that out. So my hair is feeling really silky. I use the Q-Redew, and it doesn't matter if I use a drugstore conditioner or a high-end deep conditioner. My hair feels so amazing after using that device. And now I'm going to follow up with my styling routine. The first thing I'm going to use is the Shea Moisture 100% virgin coconut oil leave-in treatment. It has coconut milk and acacia Senegal extract, I believe it is. There is coconut oil in it as well, and I know a lot of people stay away from coconut oil, especially if you have fine curly hair, but for some reason this one doesn't seem to like weigh it down. It's really lightweight, and I love spraying this on. It smells good. So I'm going to just spray this on. And I like the spray forms of leave-in conditioners. Sometimes the lotion or cream form of leave-in conditioners can be a little too heavy, so I do just like to spray a generous amount of leave-in conditioner in. Next, I'm going to follow up with the DevaCurl B'Leave In. I've had issues with using this before, but I do like it along my roots here because I don't want that to be really weighed down. So I really focus that just on my roots. I mean, I'll put it everywhere, but I tend to not use this. Sorry about the coughing. I tend not to use too much of this on my ends. I just really focus it up here. I just like to have something up here. I was like really a big fan of just using curl creams up there, but even that can get a little heavy, and this is just really lightweight. Okay, so now I am going to use the curl cream, and I'm using the Innersense Quiet Calm Curl Control. I'm going to focus that on the mid-shaft area down to my ends. guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but yes, I do add more product. So next I'm going to add the Briogeo Curl Charisma Rice Amino and Quinoa Frizz Control Gel, excuse me. This is one of my favorite gels. I have a few that I use all the time, but I realized that I'm almost done with this. I just like to finish up certain products, and I was like, oh, I forgot about this one. Let me use this one again. And it is good because it has no sulfates, silicones, and parabens, and it's just a really great brand. I love their products. So I'm going to apply this from root to tip because it is more lightweight and I don't have to worry so much about it weighing down my hair. And it is a bit of a stronger hold gel, which I love because it makes your style last even longer. Some days I section it and put these products in, and some days I just kind of throw it in. I'm feeling extremely lazy because I'm pregnant, like I said, and I just don't want to do any extra work. So yeah, today we're just kind of throwing everything in. And then I'm going to take my Texture Pro comb. It's by the Wet Brush brand. I really like this. It's a really strong, sturdy comb, and it detangles really nicely. I love using it to just distribute all the products into my hair. Okay, so everything is distributed. I like to sometimes just kind of part my hair essentially where I normally wear my part and make sure that it's in the place I want it to dry, because I am going to be plopping my hair tonight. And if you do not know what plopping is, I will add a card here and also link it in the description box so you can learn about how to do it. I'm going to just show you kind of like quickly how to do it, or just put my hair up. And then if you'd like to see how to actually get the full details on how to do it, just watch that video. And you can plop with a t-shirt, or you can use a really gentle microfiber towel. You can also use one of those like microfiber turbans, which I've done in the past too. And again, I'll link that video down below. Okay, so I've just finished plopping my hair, and I like to use a large t-shirt. So I always steal my husband's, even though he gets mad at me. And basically, after you've applied all your styling products, plopping is just a good way to absorb all that excess water. So what I do is I lay it on the bed, I flip my head over onto the t-shirt, but I let it fall into like an accordion, if that makes sense, so that they all fall into place, the curls. And then I wrap my head up and tuck this behind. If you want to see the video, like I said, I will link it down there. You'll get a full description of how to actually do this. But it's just a really good method to use during the winter months. If it's like 5 degrees out and you do not want to go outside with a wet head of hair, but you also don't want to use a diffuser, I suggest this method, using it at night before you go to bed. That way you can kind of just sleep with this on and let all that excess water absorb into the microfiber towel or t-shirt or whatever you want to use to plop with. And because I'm filming at night, I will show you the results tomorrow when I get up. Okay, so it's the very next morning and it's time to assess and see how dry my hair is from the plopping. So I'm going to go ahead and take down my t-shirt, and your hair will look something crazy like this, where it's still kind of like shrunken and everything. You might find a few damp spots in there, and that's okay. I just say this is probably the best time for you to go do your makeup, take this down after you take your shower. Or if you take your shower at night, just take it down and then start your makeup, get dressed, all that. And then when you get back and you're done with all that, it should be dry if you let it dry long enough. And then you can start your fluffing and picking and anything else you want to do with it. Okay, so I just finished putting on my makeup and put on my outfit for the day. And you can see that my hair has kind of fallen from that accordion like style I had going there. So now you're kind of seeing that it's still defined. There is good texture to it. It's a little bit shrunken, which I like because it just makes my curls look a little bit bouncier. But now I'm going to go ahead and fluff out these curls with my fingers, and I'll use a pick. You may find, depending on how your hair dried, like I have some like straighter pieces that maybe got caught up in the plopping. You don't have to plop overnight. You can plop before you go to work as well, just to kind of grab some of that excess water. And you can even use a diffuser on top of that if you're doing it like that morning going to work. Really totally up to you. I'm just giving you options here. So my suggestion is either to plop overnight to get the majority of the water out of your hair, and then also let it dry almost to like 95%. Or you can diffuse your hair the same day if it's one of those things where you got to wake up and go. Diffuse your hair that morning. Or you can do a little bit of both. You can diffuse and plop the same day. Okay, so I'm going to start shaking this out. And I'm just giving it a gentle shake by spreading out my fingers. This is also breaking up the curl cast, which you get when you apply something that's a little bit stronger. For the most part, it's not a super hard cast, but it does just soften up the curl. And then, of course, some scrunching. Oh yeah, look at all that volume. It's looking really nice. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting some like really good volume here. There's totally a difference when I plop than when I just let it air dry. I have like super bouncy curls right now and I'm loving it. But I'm also going to use my pick because I just love volume. It's crazy how plopping gives me more volume the next day. Whereas if my regular wash and go, it would be a little bit flatter up top here. And then it's just about adjusting your curls to whatever side you like to wear your hair to. Maybe you like to wear it split down the middle. I like to have like somewhat of a part in this area right here. That's just kind of how I wear my hair. But yeah, if you're feeling like some of the areas got a little stretched from your plopping, you can totally do like a quick finger coil using a stronghold gel, and that shouldn't take more than 5 to 10 minutes to dry. It won't really give you pneumonia when you're walking out the door because the majority of your hair is already dry. If your curls are feeling super dry because your hair is maybe bleached or color treated, you can also use a tiny bit of like a lightweight oil. This one's really great from Innersense. It's the Harmonic healing oil. So what I like to do is just take a tiny, that's about it. That's all I'm going to do because I don't want my hair to get weighed down, especially after I'm getting this great volume. And I'm just going to kind of rub that together onto my hands. It smells really, really good. It's herbally. And like you don't even see it on my hands. And I'm just going to kind of like scrunch it up on my ends. But that is about as much oil as I'm going to put on my hair because I don't want it to get weighed down, especially at the roots. And that completes my winter wash and go for fine curly hair. I'd love to hear from all of you about what you think about my results, and also tell me what you do differently during the winter for your wash and goes down below in the comments. If you're new to my fine curly crew, I'd love to have you subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you are properly notified of when I post new content. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.